Ladies and gentlemen, American cheer and Bulldog Nation. Update story before we get rolling here. Something's going on. I'm doing my show here at 1051 with Facebook. Everything's crashing and burning right now. Facebook, World, Meta, et cetera, et cetera. We'll see what happens. Reported by my buddy Jacob Barton. All right, Super Tuesdays today. Lots of people voting today. California, Texas, North Carolina, Virginia. I've got the whole list here somewhere. In fact, I wanted to share that list with you so you know who's voting today. Alabama, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Maine, Massachusetts, Minnesota, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Vermont, Virginia. Who's going to win every one of those states? You guessed it, Donald Trump. Nikki Haley will finish 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Russia threat. This guy, Putin, has said, I am prepared to hit the farm. He names 14 places he wants to hit, including Barksdale Air Force Base. All these military installations, Central Command, Tampa. Thank God none of them are in Ohio or Kentucky. But would it make any difference? Senator Thune has announced, South Dakota senator has announced, he wants to be the next Senate Majority Leader. You know who will not like him? Donald Trump, who is supporting the senator from Montana. Can't make this up. Dylan Mulvaney, Budweiser has announced, now it's probably worse than this, says that this woman and that beer commercial and that ad and that whatever cost them only $1.4 billion. That's it. Look at this train wreck. Dylan gets to go high for that. Hi, what have you done in your marketing? Well, I destroyed Budweiser. Israel says, nah, baby, nah, on a ceasefire with Hamas. They're backing out. They don't want anything part about it. Cuban is so jealous of Trump. He said he would never, ever, ever vote for Trump. He'll vote for Biden. Screw you, Cuban. All right, Joe Biden. Since Biden's been in office, 80% spike on the purchase of a home in America. Ouch. Army. The one place we need to be bolstering, they're cutting. Army is going to cut 3,000 special forces. This is your woke, lousy military at work. Alan Weisselberg is going to plead guilty, and has pled guilty, to perjury, and is going to serve 5 months for perjury. Five Guys and Fries. Everybody's complaining about their prices. No kidding. They're pricing themselves out of business. How messed up is it that fast food is now going to become a luxury? Bad for the fast food business. I already covered it. Trump won North Dakota. John Kerry. Wednesday's his last day as our climate envoy. Let me smoke a pipe here while I fly around in my jet saying that we need to do something about climate. No, it's not my jet. It's Teresa's. Remember, she's not even a Teresa. She's a Teresa. Remind me, it's Teresa. It's her jet. Yeah, she inherited all that Heinz money, and I married her after my friend died and left her a widow. I moved in really quick. I ran for president and lost, but now I'm an envoy. Next to my name, forevermore. John Kerry, envoy. Bah! Putin. Gee, apparently there's some friction going on there because G doesn't want to back the war anymore in Ukraine. What happens when these two people start fighting? Chaos in the world. Bobby Linsky is going to sue a former Trump advisor for claiming that he was lying. Go get him, Bobby Linsky. Mark Sanford, remember this guy who disappeared? He's governor of South Carolina. He just disappears, and he's on the Appalachian Trail with a chick who isn't his wife. Well, now he goes on some kind of cruise with a woman, but then he's busted with another woman. This guy's got too many glands, as Larry Forgy used to say. All right, Biden called Trump a loser. This is what he's going to start. He's a loser. He's getting crushed in the polls. You start calling him a loser. You know what? He might be a loser, but he ain't senile. Voter ID. Most states have gotten this under control. It's going to be a lot better than it was in 2020. Hemp bricks. Didn't realize this. It's going to be called Hemp Creek. Now, I just got to ask you all a question. What happens if your house goes up in smoke and the bricks start burning? Does the whole neighborhood get high? I know hemp's not marijuana, but I just thought I'd use that joke anyway. All right, X is not going to allow any more gender attacks. Their old policy. Google is in trouble. Their ads are going down. They're losing some money. YouTube and Google, though, are in response to that, are both making cuts. Russian hacks. The Russians have hacked our pharmacies. Isn't that wonderful? The world's collapsing if you haven't figured it out, folks. We're here to report it, though. CVS, Walgreens are going to start passing out abortion pills this week. Come and get it. Come and get it. Abortion, abortion. Come get your abortion pill. We are an economy and a world now that's secular, unchristian, ungodly, peddling in death and misery to everyone. Hell in a handbasket. This is the bull. You got any good news on world news? I bet not.
Yeah, about the abortion. France was the first country to approve abortion.
Well, that good news? My God. He didn't listen to any of my commentary. If you would like to be my world news anchor, email me your resume. I'm just teasing. I'm stuck with the Brit. Eric at ericdeters.com. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. He's chess champion for the day. He's feeling his oats. I'll get him tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, American Cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News. Let's have some fun. By the way, let's get the Shakespeare insult of the day out of the way. Unmuzzle logger-headed hag. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right, in law and crime, male crimes are increasing, meaning M-A-I. You know why? Because they don't do anything about them. They're so easy to get away with. This is all part of defund the police. Jamie Simpson, pictured here, sentenced to 60 years in jail. Busted his wife cheating on him, went into her house, kept her under apparently some little strangulation against her will, beat her up a little bit, denied it all. Jury found him guilty, 60 years. You know what? You got to maintain control of yourself. $125,000 has been stolen by Gail Luizo from Florida from Kentucky. They're coming to get her. Extradition awaits. In local news, food banks running over $3 million deficit. Daylight savings times this weekend. Yeehaw! Phone scam. The Kenton County Sheriff's Department is warning you that there's a phone scam where people will call you and identify them as a Kenton County Sheriff. Next time you get a call from the sheriff, tell them to go F themselves, that you know it's not them. Maybe it is them, then you got to deal with that. All right. Florence Fire Chief Tom Graham is retiring. I think he's been there 30 years. Have fun in your retirement. All right. Sad story to report. And it's not been covered by the local news. I don't know why. But Michael Gambrell from Independence, Kentucky, jumped off an Ohio bridge into the Ohio River over the weekend and ended his life. He ran a company, a siding company, and just sad story. All the best to the Michael Gambrell family. All right, in Kentucky news, $40 billion surplus. Is it from the Republican legislature? I think so. Pay raise. Guess who wants a pay raise? Your Kentucky legislator. Purchase here is Senator Thayer, who is leaving the Senate. So guess what? It's easy to vote for that, right? Nelson County has canned their superintendent, Wes Bradley. In Ohio news, the Ohio Senate is passing a law to curb and stop foreign donations to campaigns. And in Indiana news, Perfect North Slope is closing. I wonder why. It's only 60 degrees and no snow out there. Kyra, do you go skiing? No, sir. I have never snow skied, nor will I ever. Everybody that skis breaks their leg. I will keep my legs. You know, I'm really blessed with this, guys and gals. I do not like to do, nor I do, the following time-consuming things. I don't golf. I don't hunt. I don't fish. I don't ski. Think of all the time that I got for other adventures because I don't do those things, right?
You can do that when you retire.
This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. You have a wonderful day.
You're watching Eric Deters World News. I'm Jamie Spindley. The latest headlines.
Freezing rain and unexpected snowfall wreaked havoc in remote parts of Pakistan, leading to the death of at least 35 people and injuring dozens more. Amongst the casualties were 22 children, many of whom were tragically crushed in landslides that buried their homes. Tensions escalated in the disputed South China Sea as China and Philippine Coast Guard vessels collided, resulting in minor injuries to 4 Filipino crew. The clash occurred with Southeast Asian leaders gathering for an Asian summit, rising concerns over Beijing's action. In other news, South Africa's Navy have joined the search for Jocelyn Smith, a 6-year-old girl who went missing from her home near Cape Town 2 weeks ago. With the addition of 300 naval officers alongside rescuers, a dogs unit and drones, effort intensifies to find the young girl and bring her home safely. And France has made history by becoming the first country to include the right to abortion in its constitution. Parliament overwhelmingly voted 780 to 72 to revise the 1958 constitution, guaranteeing women's freedom to abort. The announcement of the result in the Parliament in Versailles was met with a standing ovation. That's the latest headlines. Until tomorrow, cheerio.
Sports Without Boundaries. Somebody asked, why do I do a sports show? Because I like sports. And I got a studio. All right, tonight, Miami Redhawks play at Toledo. Tonight, NKU at Oakland. Tonight, UC at Oklahoma. Tonight, Louisville at Virginia Tech. The Reds are off. Newport, one of the top teams in Kentucky, only beat Ryle last night at Truist Stadium 45-43. Newport held off Ryle. I'll have the other scores tomorrow. Mike Evans is re-signing with the Bucks. They're keeping their top receiver. Xavier Worthy turned around and broke Wiggins' record at the NFL Combine. Xavier Worthy is a Texas wide receiver, and he's fast. Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is going to have the Clippers guard. He's traveled very far and very many places. Is having surgery on his wrist. Xavier's Piper Kelly is going to compete in the Paris Olympics in speed climbing, which I have to ask this question. If they're speed climbing, is there slow climbing competition? Just wondering. All right, proposed kickoff rule. You ready for this? The XFL has this rule, and the NFL is considering this rule. You ready for this? The kick's going to happen from the 35-yard line. It will be required to land between the 20 and the goal line. If the ball goes in the end zone, possession's at the 35. If it doesn't make it to the 20, possession begins at the 40. If it hits inside the 20 and rolls in the end zone, the drive starts at 20. I've just lost my mind. Do you think these refs are going to keep track of that rule? All right, what else do we have? Charles Barkley says anybody he runs into with a Trump picture on his forehead, he's going to punch him. Please hire me. We'll get some money out of Charles. Reds beat the A's yesterday 15-8. Reed Shepherd is SEC Freshman Player of the Year, or of the Week. He ought to be SEC player, period. Jason Kelsey from the Philadelphia Eagles, Travis's brother, announced at a press conference yesterday where he broke down crying that he is retiring after 13 years. University of Kentucky moved up one spot in the AP men's basketball to 15. Jeremy Flew, 1 year Purcell Marion, he has resigned. Russell Wilson was cut by the Denver Broncos, and John Calipari is asking for prayers for Poitras, a former player of UK, plays over in Europe, apparently has a major health issue. He was one strong, tough guy. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, American cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture. Kate Middleton was seen in a passenger in a vehicle yesterday. This proves to the world that she's alive. These crazy conspiracy theorists. Maya Jama at the Brit Awards. Do you know Maya Jama?
No.
She's apparently she's the one that was tracking all the attention. At first thought, I thought she was beautiful. So I Googled her. She's another Kardashian. You know, caboose butt, about that long, bigger than this desk. I don't get it. I don't get it. This is funny. Andrew Shue and Marilee Feibig, the ex-spouses of Amy Fallback and, I get his name, TJ, whatever. They are an item. How hysterical is this? Can you imagine getting divorced and your ex-spouses end up with each other?
It's funny.
Well, it depends on what side you're on. Is it funny or it sucks? All right, Krispy Kreme is giving out free donuts today. Go get yours today for Super Tuesday. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Don't be an unmuzzled, logger-headed hag. Don't.